tenyo ho wada dang dang. Enko tenyo ho tenyo. Ho wada dang dang. This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Now above all, my brother, my sister, this is most important. Oh yes, most important. My brother, my sister, here we are not neutral because we have taken sides. The side of the truth. Yes, that is why we say we are the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk Rasta. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. This is our daily editorial, and I need you to be part of this because this is more than just crucial. Yes. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is taken from My Joy Online, and it says, Ken Agyapong. I am not bitter because I lost. I am bitter because I have been betrayed. And I read, now, businessman and unsuccessful new Patriotic Party presidential aspirant, Kennedy Agyapong, has said he will no longer allow himself to be taken for granted or disrespected following the party's presidential primary, which was won convincingly by former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, speaking in an interview with broadcaster Kweku Sintimisa after the contest, Mr. Agyapong said the experience has fundamentally changed his outlook on politics and relationships within the party. I will not allow myself to be used by anybody again. I need respect. I will be 64 years this year, and I will not allow anybody to treat me with disrespect. Despite widespread apprehension from some quarters that he might consider an independent presidential bid, the outspoken former Asin Central MP ruled out that option, stressing his continued loyalty to the NPP. Well, Ken Agyapong said he's actually sad, not because he lost, but because he's been betrayed. My brother, long before the elections, he started complaining. Oh, I bought this guy a tin of sardines the other day, and he didn't support me. This guy, when he was drinking his cocoa without sugar, I made sure that I put sugar in his cocoa. Today, I'm standing for president, and he's not supporting me in the party. And this other guy, when he came to me here, he was smelly. I bathed him clean, and I gave him something to wear. Today, I'm contesting to be president, and he's not supporting me. These people have all betrayed me. I am going to be 64 this year. I will not allow anyone to disrespect me. Tell me one occasion where Ken Agyapong allowed himself to be disrespected, ever. He's always been outspoken, attacked people who sometimes did not even attack him. So I'm wondering what Ken Agyapong is talking about. That now he's going to stand his grounds and will not allow anybody to disrespect him. My brother, my sister, you have always attacked people who attacked you in one way or the other, even those who never did. You attack them. If you are taking it to another level, then I believe that this time around you're going to be dropping bombs on people you disagree with. Again, now the fact that you have fed somebody before does not make him your slave. Therefore, every decision that you make, that person should kowtow to your whims and caprices. The fact that you put sugar in somebody's sugarless cocoa You clothed him when he was walking naked. Does not mean he should be your puppet. He has his own brains, for crying out loud. My brother, my sister, Ken Agyapong has a lot to learn. To be very honest with you, even kindergarten politicians understand politics better than Ken Agyapong. My brother, if at 64 or close to 64, you are now learning that not everyone that you have given food to would follow you into every nook and cranny of your political dream, then my brother, you have no place in politics. Forget it and go and continue with your contracts. I am disappointed because I helped some people and I needed their support for this. They didn't follow me. That is very infantile. What did Nkrumah do for Kotoka? At the end of the day, he gave him a handshake before he jumped on the plane, heading for a meeting in Vietnam. My brother, my sister, he never came back to this country. Kotoka betrayed him, took him out, and when he was interviewed by BBC, whether he would allow Kwame Nkrumah to return to the country, with cheeky ease, what did he say? Oh yes, he's welcome. We will give him a red carpet treatment. My God. And by red carpet, he simply meant the blood will flow. After all, he personally picked guns, shot and killed people in order to overthrow one man. My brother, my sister, it is so alarmingly confusing that a politician who has been an MP for several terms will say that for now he has been disappointed because people he helped on the political terrain did not give him support. My God. So from now, be careful when you go to Kennedy and ask for help. Be careful when he gives you anything, because he would expect you to behave like a slave. He would expect you to behave like a puppet. My brother, my sister, the Gombes have a saying that I love so much, which I always love to quote. And when we were little children, we sang it in a song. Dante makatuma manje aba. Dante makatuma manje ah. Dinyala dante makatuma manje la 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 la. To feed me today and insult me tomorrow. Please keep your help. Keep your food. I don't need it. I have been hungry all this while. I've not died. If I didn't die yesterday of hunger, today will not kill me in my hunger. Keep it. African people are naturally people with pride. They are people who will not bow. But these days, we have some breed of Africans who I believe are not human. They eat anything, they accept anything, and sell out their birthright. Let's be careful who we ask for help from. Culture has a song, mind who you beg for help. Be careful who feeds you today. Sankara told us a long time ago that he who feeds you controls you. And it was true then, it's still true now, and it will continue to be true tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, into an umpteen number of days. For Kennedy, it's better you learn the political lesson if you truly want to call yourself a politician. Or else, find something else to do. There's a story here I'm not too interested in looking at, so I won't look at it. But let me go to this one here. And I'm reading this from Ghana Web. It says, I am scared for him. What Ken Agyapong said about Prophet El Bernard, founder and president of the Center for International Trade and Education, Ghana, CITEC, Alex Kwekutete, has revealed comments made by presidential hopeful Ken Agyapong concerning the general overseer of Spirit Life Revival Ministries, Prophet El Bernard Nelson Nation, ahead of the 31st January 2026 NPP presidential primaries. According to Alex Tete, who is a member of the team of Ken Agyapong, who was almost excluded because of vituperations that he meted out to Adwoa Safo in the run-up to the elections. He was almost excommunicated. Watch this. According to Alex Tete, Ken Agyapong told his supporters that he was worried about Prophet El Bernard following a prophecy the clergyman made concerning his political fortunes. Speaking in an interview on Top FM on February 3, 2026, Alex Tete recounted that Ken Agyapong expressed fear for the prophet, saying he was going too deep and placing too much emphasis on the prophecy within his church. A number of times, the Ken Agyapong team has dissociated itself from the utterances of Alex Tete. So we don't really know whether to believe this one or to just wait for another dissociation. Whatever it is, let's walk a little bit into the story. Now, if Ken Agyapong was actually crying out loud that El Bernard was going too deep about the prophecy and also was jumping too much into it in the church, focusing too much on that prophecy when he should have been looking at other things, I agree with him. For the first time, El Bernard was so focused on that prophecy, too focused, overly focused. It was almost like he couldn't preach if he didn't talk about Ken Agyapong being the next flag bearer of the NPP. If that is what Ken Agyapong is saying, I believe in that and I agree. But the second part, he says he's scared for him. People might visit him with harm. Which people? Is it supporters of Ken Agyapong who are disappointed like their boss? Or supporters of Bawumia who think that El Bernard used some kind of influence trying to sway the votes to the side of Ken Agyapong? Whatever it is, either is very, very possible. But the good thing is that we live in a country where people are so much in a decorum. They will not do anything beyond just making noise and throwing insults around. My brother, my sister, as it stands now, El Bernard is gone into seclusion. He's gone into a hermit life, hermitage. He's praying and fasting and looking for a direction after the prophecy failed. He himself is shocked because this is a new department to him. He has prophesied to me before, my brother, my sister, and it was forensic. And I've always mentioned it. He has prophesied to me Agbo Aye before, and it came to pass. He has prophesied to chiefs and kings, and it came to pass. My brother, my sister, if for once or twice or even thrice he misses one prophecy, it doesn't call for his crucifixion, does it? But Ken Agyapong says he fears for him. But I know nothing would happen. In fact, the Baumia camp is too happy for the victory to even think about doing anything funny. The Ken Agyapong side might be disappointed, but who knows? The next prophecy might favor them. Now, the final story I would like to look at is a very sad one. And I'm reading this from Ghana Web. Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, son of ex-Libyan leader Gaddafi, reportedly shot dead. My brother, the news is all over the place. He was shot yesterday, killed around Zirtan. My brother, my sister, he was one of the most popular children of Gaddafi. And Gaddafi, we were told, was nursing him to take over from him as the leader of the Jamahirian People's Republic of Libya. He was shot and killed by the army. As to what happened, the details are not here. But we know one thing, he's gone. My brother, my sister, he is gone. And it is sad. Now, from when Obama's America went into Libya and removed the Libyan leader so violently, so tragically, Libya has never been the same. It was a country that gave food for almost free to its citizens. It gave accommodation for free to its citizens. Free food. Libya was heaven under Gaddafi. Gaddafi changed the desert into an arable piece of land and grew wheat and other such commodities. Yet the world said he was a bad leader. He was trying to empower Africa with his riches. He was looking for a gold coin which he wanted to use in case you wanted to buy his fuel. You would have to get the gold coin, not the American dollar. He called it the gold dinar. They saw how fast he was running. They had to clamp him down as the OAU, AU, whatever you, sat down and watched him go down without putting up a fight, without a single shot. They picked him up from an abandoned tunnel, slaughtered him after beating him up, bloodying him. They pushed a bayonet. You know a bayonet is a gun that has a knife at the end into his bottom. They sodomized him with a bayonet, and he laid down there dead. As if that was not enough, They laid him in state for Libyans to come and watch the traitor that they claimed he was. After that, they buried him. When Gaddafi was asked to run away, he said, no, I am a Libyan. I'm proud of my land. I will stay and die in my own country. And that was what he did. When many people thought he was running away, oh, he was getting into Sirt, oh, Ras Lanouf, little did they know that he was actually in Libya. His son tried to be the next leader in 2021. He tried to come back into politics. Saif al-Islam. 5 years later, as we sit today in 2026, he has been assassinated. Libya is a war zone. No wonder Obama apologized for the role he played in the removal of Gaddafi. The only thing he said publicly was something he regretted for all his 8 years of presidency in America. Today, whatever mistake they made in removing Gaddafi, that mistake is still around the neck of all who played a role, like an albatross. Libya today is not the Libya we had under Gaddafi. The nation is totally destroyed. The West has been able to find a way to go in there and steal the fuel from the country, the oil. No wonder many people call that war oil war. Rest in peace, Saif al-Islam Gaddafi. Rest in peace, Muammar al-Gaddafi. And to Libya, we wish you all the best. In fact, I made 2 songs about Libya in the days. One warning Obama to leave Libya, and the other one after the death of Libya. I beg your pardon, Gaddafi. I'm going to begin with the one that I did. My brother, my sister, warning Obama to please get out of Libya and stop the oil war. This song was recorded by Zap Mallet in the Title Track Studios, and it's simply called I Cry, the Libyan War. It was recorded several years ago. The quality is still there. Watch this.
Yo! They're gonna do everything possible to see a black man go down. Move out of Libya, Obama.